All right, so this is part two of a two-part series. It's really exciting. We're getting into 2021, and there's more and more products coming out to help people build sites and launch them into SIA Skynet or in a D-Web or the decentralized web. So in part one, if you didn't see it already, you might want to go back. We'll try to link it on the... I'm still not good at YouTube, but we'll try to link it in YouTube. We need decentralized YouTube, honestly, but and we'll get there. But basically, put it in YouTube, or you can find it on skyinclude.com/page builder for the first one. The second one will be skyinclude.com/Skynet, which is where we're going to be hosting this. So in the first video, we talked about how to use HTML and CSS and how to make a mobile responsive browser web page, single profile page. If you're not sure how to do that, dLinks is an amazing one. That's just came out by Namebase, and we have this. I got all the tabs open already, and I'll put screenshots on the blog post. But that's where we used white collar TLD we have with Namebase to make this page, which is right here. Very fast. We'll show you here white collar. So that's where we made that, right? So that's basically a mobile responsive CSS HTML builder, okay? And what we did was we deployed it, right? We could change the color. It's deploying now, right? So this is pretty amazing. It's made it so easy for everyone that doesn't know how to use HTML or CSS and doesn't know how to upload to Skynet to do this. It's really amazing, and I hope all of you use it. It's much better than just squatting on Handshake domains and flipping them on Marketplace. So it should have changed to blue. But if you're like me, you're curious how is that set, right? So let's talk about, while we don't need to actually do anything, it's all done for us because they're the custodian of our Handshake domains. We don't need to do it. So but I think it's good for us to understand what's the DNS settings on your blockchain domain. It's your domain, right? So you should understand what's happening. Hopefully my internet's still working. I'm also mining Handshake. We'll do that in a future video at skyinclude.com/mining. I don't know why it's being slow, but basically it just uploaded there. Hopefully all my things are working. We're going to show it here in the screenshots, but it's also here in our Namebase settings. So of course, go into your domain manager. I'm not selling this one. Turn that off. Okay. Got a few settings here. Actually, the redirect should be deleted. I made a redirect, so this one should be deleted, or maybe that's why there's a conflict. Maybe that's why there's a conflict. I should delete the redirect. But it's basically this content hash. This is the SIA Skynet. I didn't show you in this. I didn't show you in the video, but if you go to the top of my blog post here, we show Skynet. I think there's a few. Skynet Hub is the one I'm using, skynethub.io. There's others as well. I'm not sure if they're mirrors or what. Honestly, I'm still learning this myself. I think there's a few of these. I'm not sure if they're all the same or not. But basically what's happening is there's a collaboration with Namebase's dLinks with Skynet so that it uploads directly to SIA. Basically, this is the server hosting, and Handshake is the domain, right? Handshake, which is what we mostly talk about here, is the domains. But SIA is the hosting, right? And of course, anybody who does online marketing knows you need hosting as well as a domain. So we're trying to bridge it, and dLinks has done a great job automatically connecting that. And what they did is they have the content hash here as a text. Notice is not on the blockchain DNS. This is on the Namebase's name server DNS. So there's a text record that points to the SIA address, and then there's an alias, which is an @ symbol, and I don't know how they do this, but it's at sia.namebase.io. This is some probably magical thing. I don't know how to do this, and I'm not sure how to do this unless I use dLinks. So this is option one, though, right? It's a great option for somebody that doesn't know how to do basic HTML or CSS, and it's good for somebody that doesn't either want to or need to know how to upload to Skylink or SIA. So it's totally amazing, and I'm really happy that this is a solution for people that need that. Let's talk about a couple other options. Scrolling down. So again, I try to make this clear. Sinpa. I'm going to call it Sinpa or Sinpapeles. We have a video at skyinclude.com/Sinpa. So what we did is we used his page builder for one of our other domains. It's a funny one, 01026, just a number domain. All right, it's this. This was made by Sinpapeles, so I can go back to it by importing it. So that's it here, and of course very similar dlinks. And then there's a deploy difference. You can download it or you can upload it. So I uploaded Skia, which is similar as the deploy in dlinks. And if I did it again, the URL would be different. But this is the URL that it gave me. And what I did was I go into its registrar is in namebase. So I'm in my namebase here. Not selling this one either. Okay, and I put the text record here. Honestly, I don't want to say it, but I can't remember what I did here. Okay, but I put the SIA record here. This is in the blockchain DNS records, right? It's not down at the local. See, I used to have a redirect. I might have to delete these because I set up a lot of redirects with the redirects function. But now I'm starting to build out these sites, so I should delete the redirect. It might be causing some problems. Sorry, I'm just kind of like thinking out loud. Just trying to help you guys understand this as well as I'm understanding it. All right, so this is a text record. Now keep in mind you will need to pay 0.02 HNS mining fee for this to be updated on the blockchain. This is actually updating it on the blockchain, whereas this one is not updating on a blockchain. Notice here is mining fee, here is no mining fee because it's already locally on namebase. Okay, and what happens is I was trying to get it to work in 0101, 26.hns.2, which is a way to resolve on DNS, HNS. Sorry, I hope I'm not confusing it too much. But I couldn't get it to work. And then Fernando at Simba told me it's this. So when you use the text record, this is something I literally just learned. When you use the text record and point this to the text record, you're not going to be able to, at least as of end of December 2020, it's not, putting it here won't allow it to be like on the root domain. What it will make it go on to is, sorry, it's technical. It will go here, okay? The tld.hns.csky.net, okay? So now look here, okay? So this is, you might see some programmers. There was a hackathon by Skynet I watched. They're all using these links. So what they're doing is they're hosting it on Skynet, see, with their domain name. But I think if you know me and others, we want to use our own domain. We don't want to point to this domain. So I'm not sure what Namebase did in their settings, but they must have fixed it by doing a content hash here, and then at the, and then they somehow pointed it to cia.namebase.io here, okay? But you're not able to do that by using profile builder with like Sinpapeles or Sinpa and Namebase hosting. So what you would need to do is, I've been talking, Fernando's been helping me out, the developer here. What I did is I have another domain in his top 10 deals. Okay. All right. I'm going to slow it down. This might be longer, but I'd rather slow it down and make sure you understand it and I don't confuse you more. Okay. So that's 01026 is here. Okay. And it is, update my blog later. It is at yourtld.hns.csky.net. Okay? If you want it to be on the root level, you're going to have to either use dlinks or you have to point the advanced DNS at the blockchain level for the domain. So I have this like here. You have to set the domain hex string to another registrar, which is like, sorry, there's a lot happening here. Okay. Maybe I close them after I finished. Okay, sorry, I'm trying my best here. I just remember Sinpa.hns.2. I think I have it in a text tutorial, but so see here, what you'll do is top 10 deals. If you want to be at the root level, you need to point the hex string. So you go to you'd add a domain to Sinpapeles, which is what I've done for owners. This was a test one from previous video. This is top 10 deals. So it's live, meaning I updated the DNS through the hex string in the advanced settings of the blockchain DNS in Namebase and connected it through their tutorial. And then I will go manage. And then here is where I can have a Skylink or upload it, okay? So I took his profile here. See, you can just copy anybody's. Let's see what happens. I imported it. I'm just trying to, I want you to really understand this. And then I pasted it. And notice it pulled it in and it let me edit it. So let me just change a couple quick things. Top 10 deals. Thanks for some great. Of course, I should change this a little bit more. Click on the themes. Let's change the color. Deploy. So I could download this here, and then I could upload it here. But I'm going to do it just through the Skylink, so I will upload it here. And then I'm going to copy the link. Or I can view it here. And save this link if you want to update it later. But I will paste it here. And then I will save it. I'm learning this. I'm getting better as I, Okay, let's see. So I have this open. It's 404 because notice I didn't have it saved. I didn't have it set yet. Let's see if it's fast. There. See that? So if you have a resolver, you would just need, top 10 deals, but we're doing HNS.2 for everybody. I just cloned Fernando on top 10 deals. I should fix this up, of course. You shouldn't, clone somebody else's thing, but he told me to test this out yesterday, so there you go. So that's option 2. There's Sinpapeles with 2 ways, right? One is having the namebase DNS settings and then putting it here, but the URL won't be pretty. I'll call it pretty. And then option 2 is pointing the DNS to Sinpapeles at the advanced on the blockchain, paying 0.02, and then the hex and connecting it here, and then putting a link or uploading the files. Okay. Now option 3 is something we're working on because we want to give people more options. Okay, go back to my blog, skyinclude.com/Skynet. So we're working on one. It's in beta. It's very, very early. So we have a new domain we're excited about as owners. It's pretty awesome. And when we bought the domain, what we did is we immediately changed the blockchain advanced DNS to point to Sinpa. All right. And then we used our WordPress, configurations, and we have other videos. I believe it's definitely on a blog. I think we have WordPress, we have Amazon S3, we have a few different guides about stuff like this, but we know you want this, so that, it might be a little bit technical. So if you want to work with our beta, you can reach out to us. And we're going to do that at skyinclude.com. But basically, you can see here, it's a really quick page. And what I do is we have some plugins our friends have developed and some others, and some settings in our server. So we'll let you do this, but what we did is we exported it as a zip with no URL, and then we exported it. It takes a little while. So anyways, maybe it's pretty fast. And then we download the zip. And this could be multiple pages, right? This can be a whole site, which is pretty cool. And then once this is done, we download this as a zip. I just throw it on a desktop. You know, you can call it whatever you want. And let it finish, 7 megs. Once it's done downloading, I'm going to unzip it. It's basically done. Clicking to unzip it. It is unzipped. Okay, and then I go into the folder. There's all the stuff. So now, let's go back to domains. We're going to go into owners now. Manage. And then we upload, select files. Go into the desktop, go to that folder, and then upload that whole unzipped folder. Okay, that's the root directory. And it says, do you trust it? Yes. It'll take a little time. It's not as fast as like DNS and normal servers because it's going onto the blockchain. But owners.hns.2, okay. It's still working. Embarrassing. I got the blue screen of death here. It's because it's uploading. All right, it just finished. It does take, I think it took about 3-4 minutes, so I just chopped that out so you didn't have to watch me stare at the screen for 4 minutes. But it's done. It has a CLink, and I believe I have to click save. I might have done it already. Now, the test. All right. Scared me there. Okay, I'll be honest. I just started learning this yesterday. It's like really like Christmas time right now, and I'm here studying this. But boom, it's there. Okay, so this is the WordPress site we made, and it's just a quick one, but we're really excited about this owners TLD we're gonna build out. But the idea is this is there's you got the embeds, the videos, and this is I still sorry I got cheese menu templates. But basically the point is you can build this out just like a normal WordPress site, and it'll be right on a root directory, and it will be hosted on this Skynet, and it will be on your Handshake domain. So I think that's pretty amazing, right? So anyways, you can do this yourself. I even have a whole tutorial. You can do this to your own WordPress site. But of course we are trying to build out different services, support what we're doing, and if you want to support us, you can apply for our beta. We're deciding if we want to build that out more, depending on your feedback. But anyways, let's go back to the spreadsheet or the list. So skyinclude.com/Skynet. All right. So what did we just talk about? dLinks is amazing. It's the simplest and fastest way, and we want more people actually building instead of squatting and flipping. It's been a little bit annoying for me, but a lot of people in the space right now are just buying and selling. So this is a great solution for you if you don't want to get technical, you don't want to get into your HTML, CSS. Basically, just go into your Namebase account, go to dLink, set up a profile, set up a page, put some links, and then deploy. But just so you understand what's under the hood, this is the settings in their DNS settings. The second is Sinpapeles, and he has a couple ways. One is if you keep your DNS at Namebase, you would have it at the text level, and it would be tld.hns.cssky.net would be the URL. So it's not as cool as the dLink solution or having it on your own root. So then you would need to probably point to Sinpa's DNS and then upload it and get either upload it or get the Sky link from the page builder. and put it there. Option 3 is one of ones we're building, which is our page builder. It's basically WordPress, and we'll give you your own WordPress on our server, and it's kind of like you're testing, you're staging, and then you would compile it and then upload it. For now, we're just using Sinpapeles DNS manager, so that you can also separate your domain ownership from your from your team, from you, even from yourself. So I hope that is clear. And then once that's updated, you would then, as we just showed you, upload the files in here, and then we'll create a Skyinclude, which then would be on the root level of your TLD in Handshake, hosted on Skynet, which is pretty cool, right? And this is not the only 3. I'm sure some tech people here are saying, hey, there's this way and there's that way. Tell me, let us know. But this is pretty freaking cool. I mean, there's some debates about what's truly decentralized. I'd say this is close to decentralized, but the point is, your Handshake domain is a domain, and Skya, and there's Skya coin, which is SC. There's HNS and SC. SC is a coin that's hosting it on the decentralized internet through all these different computers on the blockchain. So there's a really good relationship of Skya and Handshake, and it's starting to develop here in December 2020. And these are some different ways. If there's more ways you can think of, but basically, I guess you could just build an HTML page, right, in front page, like I did in the 1990s, my first website, and you can upload your HTML files to the Skynet, and then point it to your Handshake domain. That's essentially what this is all doing, okay? I hope that all makes sense. Again, if you want to support what we're doing, maybe reach out on Skyinclude.com. We're building this out slowly. It's just a very manual beta process. Basically, we'll help you get a development server for your WordPress, and then compile it to a zip, and then upload it to the Skynet, which is pretty awesome, right? And I hope this makes sense. You might have to watch it a couple times. We're trying our best here. I'm trying to give you as many options as possible. That's really what the vision of Skyinclude is to get more people included in the sky. Is that the slogan? All right, I'm going to stop now. We're working on the mining one next. I'm going to record mining on Handshake in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and subscribe in YouTube as long as they let us stay here. They might delete our account or delete a po video, but liking supposedly helps still in 2020. Thanks so much. Take care. Peace.